Yo guys, what is up? My name is SynthesizeOG, and today I have a huge video for you guys. As you can see from the title of the video, this is the Savage Rant. Now, I would say this is my version because I don't know how many other YouTubers or how many other people are going to actually make Savage Rants, because there has been a lot of drama with this guy and a lot of just hypocrisy and lying and just backstabbing in general with this guy. But I've just decided that it's come to the point where I just need to rant about this guy because there's just too much on my mind. There's too much that I have been keeping in for a while. There's just so much that everybody needs to know about this guy, and it's just come to the point where I have to do this, dude, and I can't really keep it all in anymore. So basically, if you don't know who Savage is actually a YouTuber with over 21,000 subscribers. Now, he gained most of his subscribers from a game called Blockade 3D, and he used to actually be well known for that game. And then after that, he actually switched over to Phantom Forces recently, maybe a few months ago, and he's been playing that for a while now. Now, over the past few months, he's been getting a few thousand subscribers, and he's been I mean, I wouldn't really, he's been semi-successful at it now. But as you can see from his videos, he has 21,000 subscribers, but only gets around 2,000 views per video, unless it's like a brand new gun video, and that's when everybody gets that, like, a ton of views on it. So overall, man, this guy is this guy is just a lot to handle, man. So back when I had my first channel, I used to look up to this guy. I used to want to be like this guy. I would see his subscriber count, 20,000 subscribers, and I would want to be like this guy. I mean, like, at that point, I think he was at like 17,000 or 18,000 subscribers. So he wasn't at 21,000 subscribers yet, because I was at like 2,000 subscribers in my first YouTube channel, and that's when I actually figured out who he was, because people actually would ask me to do collaborations with this guy. So I was like, yeah, sure. I've never actually done a collaboration with really anybody except for like Tristan and them, but I wanted to do a collaboration with somebody big, so hopefully I could grow. So I see his 20,000 subscribers, and I'm like, wow, if I did a collaboration with this guy, we could be friends. We could make a bunch of videos together. I could get like finally known somewhere on YouTube, and that would be awesome, right? So, but I was very simple-minded back then, and I would only look at how many subscribers he has. I would look at his views, and I would think, wow, 2,000 views is a lot, man. But like, I was just so simple-minded in my way of thinking back then that I didn't even realize who this guy really was. So it's taken a lot of time for me to come to you guys and make this video, because it's just absolutely insane how much lying and how much frustrating this guy is, how hypocritical this guy is. Like, I have to actually make a rant on it, man. Like, it's just crazy. So basically, guys, this is the Savage Rant. Now, these are the few things that I have actually noticed about Savage in the past few months of actually getting to know him online. Now, if you guys look through some of the comments of his videos and some of the tweets that he gets, basically, if you look through his social media most of the time, every time that he gets some sort of hate message or some sort of hate comment or anything, he takes it extremely harshly. He can't ignore it. He simply cannot look at a hate message and say, haters are gonna hate. I can't really do much about that. Let me just continue and do what I think is right. He has to make a whole paragraph on exactly why they should unsubscribe, or why are you hating on me, or things like that. Like, sometimes somebody will say, dude, I freaking hate your YouTube channel. You should stop doing YouTube. You know how many times I get hate messages like that, dude? Every time I get hate messages like that, dude, all I have to say is, yo, thanks so much for the hate, dude. If you could leave a dislike on the stream, a dislike on the video, that would be awesome, dude. But I think I'm going to continue doing what I do best and make videos and entertain people. Whereas Savage, dude, he cannot take hate. He will sit there for 30 minutes and make a freaking paragraph and edit it and everything of why he does YouTube, and why he's not going to stop, why he's not going to take the hate, but yet he can't ignore it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that's like my first point of why he just can't take hate in general. Now, my second point would have to be, like, he's not really community oriented. Now, before I talk about him, let me talk about me for a second and just say that I have, for example, the OG community Discord, right? So in there, it's literally like 1,200, 1,300 people in there active every single day. And it's just 24/7. Every time I go onto the server, there's always some type of activity. There's always people talking, always people making new friends. Everybody's in the voice channels, everybody's in the text channels, and everybody's just in general active and loving the community, talking to each other, making new friends, right? Whereas when you see in Savage's server, it's literally like a freaking desert. There's nothing there. There's like nobody talking ever. The only time people are actually talking is when Savage says something, and then people fanboy and everything in there. Or like there's a new gun, but that's technically it. Or actually, there's one more thing. I do see whenever somebody leaves a hate message, Savage argues with him for about 15 minutes, then says, I can't take this, and he bans them from the server, and that's it for then. Until the next person comes back and argues with him, then he bans another person. So I don't know how many people Savage has banned from his server, but I know that it's a lot. So another thing that I've noticed is that I actually sit there and I do certain things like game nights. Like as you can see in like videos of mine, I do game nights, the zombie forces, things like that. I actually try to interact with my fans and then show you guys that I love you guys and I try to interact with you. Whereas Savage, he does not do that. He does not play with his fans really. He plays with them, but then he, you know, will say something in chat once in a while. But it's just, he doesn't actually sit there and play with his fans often at all. Or like, I don't even know if he plays with his fans often at all. I don't even know if he plays with his fans at all, basically. So, alright, so even though I pointed out all these flaws and I've known all this like throughout time, I've never really been against Savage at this point. Now, I have seen a bunch of freaking hate on Reddit, on the TeamSpeak and stuff like that towards him. And like, I think it's like weekly. There's at least like 3 posts weekly about how like Savage is like, I don't know, it's just a bunch of hate towards Savage. And there has been a bunch of hate towards me, but obviously not that much, because whenever I do get hate on the Reddit, Siren Burst is usually on there and he would always like send me stuff if it's about me. So that's basically what happens. So, but at this point still, I'm not against him. I don't have anything against Savage yet. I've noticed all this stuff and there's a few flaws of his, but I've never really said to myself, all right, well, because of these reasons, I'm not going to like him. But now what I'm about to explain to you guys is basically what really turned me against Savage. Alright, so what I'm about to explain to you guys is basically the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You get it? Because, like, they always do that in, like, court and stuff like that. Anyway. Alright, so basically what I'm going to explain to you guys is basically the truth, like, the entire 100% truth of basically what happened from start to finish of all this drama recently and why I decided to make this video. Alright, so here's basically what happened. So, I think it was like a hashtag Sin2K, hashtag Sin3K stream. I don't remember exactly how many subscribers I had at that point, but it was like a hashtag Sin3K stream. I don't remember exactly. So apparently Shaylin007 was actually watching my stream and he joined my Discord server. So then Tristan, I think it was like halfway through my stream, Tristan actually messaged me and he was like, yo, Shaylin's actually in the server. So I was like, holy crap, really? So I immediately stopped the thing. I was like, I don't even care, dude, that Shaylin's in my server. That's like the most insane thing ever, right? So then I stopped the stream and I went to go talk to him, and then I actually mentioned that I was the first person who made the trailer for, or the second person who made the trailer for the alpha version of Phantom Forces. So then he was like, yo, do you want to make another one for it, for the beta? And I was like, yo, dude, that would be an absolute honor, dude. So then I made it. I spent all night making that trailer, dude. It was absolutely crazy. I got no sleep. I was tired the next day. I had a test. I was in summer school, so I had 2 tests to take that next day. But it was all worth it. I actually ended up getting pretty good grades on those tests, so I was really proud and just overall grateful that Shaylin actually came onto my server and let me do that. So again, I know I've already said it a million times, but thank you again, Shaylin, for letting me get onto the front page. All right, so at this point, I'm like really hyped. I'm like really excited that my freaking trailer got up there. And then obviously, I'm just gonna get right to the point. Obviously, when your trailer gets up there and you have a pretty good trailer, then people are gonna like it, right? So obviously, at that point, I was getting a lot of freaking subscribers. I think I was getting around 400 to 500 subscribers every single day for the next few days that my trailer was up there, right? So obviously, when you gain success, people are gonna start hating on you, right? So I was getting a lot of hate, especially you can like definitely see from the dislikes of that video that people did not think that it was amazing, and I don't think that that trailer was amazing, but I think that with the resources that I have in my MacBook and everything, it was a pretty good. I think it was the best that you could really do with the resources that I have, right? So obviously, a lot of people really liked it and stuff like that. So, but when you gain success, you're obviously gonna gain a lot of hate, right? So one of the people that really was frustrated about my growth is Savage. So now Savage has been on YouTube for about 8 years now, and he has only grown to 20,000 subscribers. Now I've been on YouTube for about 6 weeks, and I've grown by like 10,000 subscribers in 6 weeks, which is absolutely crazy. So obviously, I'm really grateful to Shayla. I'm really grateful to you guys to be subscribing to me. But like 8 years getting 20,000 subscribers and 6 weeks getting 10,000 subscribers is a huge freaking difference. So obviously, I'm much more successful than Savage already, right? So then Savage is a bit pissed off, obviously. So what he does is, since Shaylin actually contacted a bunch of other YouTubers that do Phantom Forces, Shaylin actually tried to get his trailer, or he wanted to make a trailer to get up there too. Now, basically what happened was he made a 30-second trailer that, as you can see in, I don't think I have the screenshot anymore or anything, but if I do, I'll actually put it up. But he, in the description at one point, he actually put that it took him 10 minutes to make that trailer. It took me hours. It took me the entire night to make my trailer. And then I actually made another trailer, which took me about 3 days to make, and I got that one up there as well. But then Savage expects for his trailer to get up there when it only take him 10 minutes to make, right? And then he also said to freaking Shaylin that he did it, that he's doing it for more publicity, and he's doing it just for more publicity and just so he can get some more subscribers, right? So obviously that's not the best way to get your trailer up there, right? So obviously there's probably a reason why Shaylin decided to ignore it, right? But then he ends up threatening him in DMs. So I have the DMs here for you guys that I'll actually show you. He ends up threatening him a week later. Listen, Shaylin, the person who made Phantom Forces, is being threatened by some YouTuber who only gets around 2,000 views per video. Like, he has 21,000 subscribers, and he gets 2,000 views per video. Like, all right, guys, this is when I'm going to start getting pissed off, all right? So, basically, he thinks he can threaten Shaylin and make him put his trailer up just because he does YouTube, and he sacrificed him not doing Blockade 3D for Phantom Forces, right? So then I guess Shaylin's feeling sorry for him, and he's kind of just like me, because like whenever, I guess like if I was in situation, I would probably put his thing up, but then again, with him threatening me like that, I probably would not have. So he ended up putting his trailer up there, and then I think about 12, 13 hours later, it actually got replaced. Here's exactly what happened. I did not like the trailer. I thought it was shit. I was like sitting there, it took you 10 minutes to make that trailer, and then I took 3 days to make my trailer, and then mine got taken down for yours. So obviously I got a bit pissed, right? So then I sat there and I was like, dude, I have to talk to Shaylin about this, right? So actually what happens is Shaylin, like an hour later, Shaylin actually sends me a message. He's like, yo, I'm sorry for putting your trailer up there for putting Savage's trailer instead of mine up there, right? So I was like, yo, man, it's cool. I was trying to behave all cool about it, and because obviously Savage, he needed a bit more publicity. So I knew that Savage did it for the publicity, right? And everybody knows that because it took him 10 minutes to make that thing. It was an absolute shit video. Nobody who watched that thing thought that it was good at all. Like, it just was plain out crap, right? So then Shaylin basically apologized for taking mine down for his, and then he basically explained what happened, and he sent me all these screenshots of his conversation with Savage, and I was like, dude, if I was you, I would not even bother putting his up. If he even threatened me, I would just cut off all communications with him. He is not grateful at all. Like, the fact that he has to threaten the person who made the game and then think, like, he has the audacity to think that him leaving Phantom Forces and not making videos would have anything to do with the popularity of Phantom Forces at all. If anything, the only thing that actually made Phantom Forces much more popular was obviously the trailers, and then mainly Tristan's thumbnail. Tristan's thumbnail made it like so that everybody was like, holy crap, that's a really cool thumbnail. Let me click on that and try out that game. So I think that the main person that put all the plays into the game is actually Tristan's new thumbnail. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. You guys can have your own opinions and stuff like that. But the fact that Savage actually sat there and thought in his head that I'm going to message Shaylin and say that I'm going to stop playing Phantom Forces as if that's a threat, and tell Shaylin that he will stop playing Phantom Force if he doesn't put his thing up. So obviously Shaylin, he doesn't want to lose people who's actually playing. He doesn't want to be mean. So he put his trailer up there, right? So then he sits there, and then here's actually one of the another freaking DM of what he said, that's basically explaining to him that he only did it for the views and now he's gaining and everything like that. He's just sitting there like just thinking, all he's thinking about right now is himself. He's only thinking about how he's going to be gaining subscribers out of it. He's not thinking about anything else, right? So then obviously that's going to piss off Shaylin. So then Shaylin messages me about it. He says sorry, etc., etc. And then I explained to him that I would have just like told him to piss off. Like, it doesn't make any sense. He's not gonna freaking disrespect the maker of the game and expect to get his trailer up there. Like, what the fuck is he trying to say, right? So basically what happens was I actually tell him to take it down, and I give him Paradox Poke's trailer, which is currently up there now. And I guess like depending on when you're gonna watch this video, there's probably gonna be other ones now. But at this point, I was the one who actually got Paradox Poke's thing up there, and I was like, dude, just replace it with this, because Paradox Poke, dude, he is very humble. He has been making Phantom Forces montages. He has not asked for anything. And then I actually made him a little promise, and I told him if I could, I would try my hardest to get his thing up there. So that's why his is up there. And as you can see, dude, that thing took him obviously a few days to make. Even though it's only 30 seconds, it does take a long time to edit and get clips and stuff like that. So what Paradox Poke did with his time to make his, and then freaking Savage taking 10 minutes to make his shit trailer, obviously he deserves better, right? Obviously Paradox Poke deserves better. So then this is exactly what happens after Shaylin takes his down. And I actually, I was just, so at this point, I knew that I was the one who got his trailer down. And then I was like, yo, Savage, your thing got taken down. So I actually showed pictures about that, right? And then right away, he messages Shaylin and says this, right? All right, so I think the first thing that you guys should notice is that Savage immediately becomes super hostile towards Shaylin when Shaylin has done nothing wrong. All he has done is replace shit content with quality content on his game. Now, I don't know what Savage's problem is, dude. Obviously, Savage is jealous that he gets his taken down after 12 hours and then mine gets stayed up by like a week or so. He says mine was up for about 2 weeks or 1 to 2 weeks, but my thing was just up for 1 week. Exactly. So I don't know exactly what he's talking about, dude. And then he tries to accuse Shaylin of favoring OG and saying that 90% of the videos that have been on the trailer, that have been on the game page, have been from me, and that everybody sees that. What everybody sees is that there have been 5 trailers on there now. So 2 by me, and then 1 by Savage, 1 by Scotter, and 1 by Paradox Poke. So technically, I've only gotten how much? Like 40%. And then the other 60% have been from them. So Savage's facts right now are completely wrong. Saying 90% is me is completely wrong. It's really 40% have been me. And then he's trying to say that Shaylin is favoring OG when really he's not. Because, I mean, obviously I was the first person who asked him to get there, but then everybody else is making amazing entries and videos for the trailer that obviously make mine look not as good. I mean, mine aren't that bad, but they're still not as good as, like, for example, Paradox Poke's trailers, and there's so many other ones, like Zeos' new trailer and stuff like that. Like, there are so many other ones that look so much better than mine. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what Savage is doing, dude. Shaylin is not picking sides. He's not being biased or anything. Savage is just in his annoying, pissed off mood, and he's just trying to make himself look good. He doesn't want to put any blame on himself for having shit content. I don't know what he's trying to say, dude. And then basically, since Shaylin is being attacked like this, he just finally fires back, and he says, with quotes of what freaking Savage said, is that he's trying to blackmail him into actually putting his trailer up there. So as I said earlier, Savage was actually threatening him to put his trailer up, and threatened that if he did not put his trailer up, he would take his business elsewhere, as if his 2,000 views, or actually, since he's not going to be playing Phantom Forces anymore, I think they'll all drop completely, and I don't know, maybe 500 views he'll start getting now. So I think that his 500 views doesn't really make much of a difference to Shaylin's game. And then finally, Savage decides to take the L, and he says, alright, I'm done with Phantom Forces, I'm not doing this anymore, you can take away all my credits, we're not going to do the promo codes, which, you know, he's just picking the wrong choice, but whatever. I think that Phantom Forces is really better off without him. Alright, so after all this stuff, you would think that I would want to make a video about it, right? But it wasn't all this stuff that I've already talked about that made me do the video. I was thinking about it, but I was like, no, let me just chill, let me not start anything. But what really, really pissed me off about what Savage did is Savage decided to be a sniveling fool, a little snake, a lying hypocrite. Oh my god, this is what really pissed me off. And I actually have Petrified TV explain it. If you guys don't know who Petrified TV is, he is another Phantom Forces YouTuber, and he is absolutely amazing. I want you guys all in the description below to go subscribe to him. I put his link down there, but I will actually have Petrified explain that to you in this recording that I actually took from earlier today. So,
all right. By the way, before he sent me all of the me blocking him on YouTube thing, he also sent me a tiny paragraph of him saying, I don't want people sharing about private messages with me, and I expect the same thing from you. And I don't think you'll be the one to do that, but I want to cover all my bases.
Alright, so I wasn't going to include this part in the video because this is just him talking to me. He wasn't actually explaining this to you guys. But I noticed that when he was reading that, that's the exact same message, copy and pasted from my DMs as well. So he DM'd that same exact thing to me and to him. So he obviously knew, and he had a plan, because exactly, like, not exactly, but like about a few hours later, he started to start shit with Petrify. And the weird thing about that is that on tweets, on freaking his Discord, he always says things about, oh, I don't like starting shit, dude, I don't want to be a part of drama, oh, don't start shit in my thing. But he's the one that ends up starting shit. This whole thing is because of him. He starts shit, and I'll actually put a bunch of screenshots of him even saying that, dude. It's literally, this kid is such a hypocrite. It's insane. But anyway, I'll just let Petrify explain his side of the story, basically what happened.
All right, it started when I was doing my 12-hour live stream, and he sent me a message saying, did you block me on YouTube? Or block me on YouTube, because he sent me screenshots saying that I blocked him on YouTube. And it doesn't even look like a real screenshot, in my opinion, but it looks like something from Google. And I don't know how to block people on YouTube in the first place to keep them away from me. So I don't know what's going on with that. So after that, he started deleting messages and what our conversation was having. And then later that night, I was talking to Emma, and she was telling me things that he was telling her. And basically, he was trying to get her to turn her back on me. And he was just telling her a bunch of different things. Like, he was bringing up things that don't even matter, to the point that it just seemed like he was jealous because they were good friends before she met me, and she always went to his live streams, watched all his videos. She barely does that anymore, and there seems like a big jealousy thing or something, or he's trying to get to me, or I don't know what's going on. And I was always good friends with him, so I don't know why he's trying to attack me from other ways. I don't know. But if he had a problem, he could have contacted me himself.
All right, so I'm pretty sure the majority of you guys are going to be asking me, why exactly is this the reason why I decided to make the video? Now, let me tell you why. It's because Savage is probably one of the most saddest, childish, immature people on YouTube in the world, dude. Like, who in their right mind would first of all try to start shit for no reason with a YouTuber who has much less subscribers than you? I mean, he is still pretty much more successful than you. He's much more liked than you. I mean, he does get more views than you in general. But anyway, why would you try to start shit with somebody for no reason at all? And then, he doesn't even stop at starting shit with him. He tries to go to his girlfriend and tries to turn her against Petrify. Like, I actually have the screenshot right here. I actually talked to Emma and everything. She sent me a bunch of other screenshots and stuff like that, but I'm respecting her because she asked me not to share any screenshot with her or anything. But what I'm going to do is actually share the screenshot that Savage actually sent to her, which is extremely sad and extremely childish, dude. And then a few minutes later, after having this big argument with Petrify, he posts on Twitter that that there's no current issues with him or me. Like, what the hell is this guy's problem? Savage, if you're watching, dude, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be watching this, dude. I don't even know why I'm saying that, dude. You are the most saddest, childish, immature snake I've ever met in my life. And I am embarrassed to say that I used to look up to you, dude. I am embarrassed to say. So you can continue on with your YouTube life, and you can try to be successful with your 8 years and 20,000 subscribers. I think you just need to find a job, dude. You're like 40 years old. You're sitting here trying to start shit with 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds on YouTube. What the hell is your problem? What are you thinking, dude? Just stop YouTube, get a real job, and just stop arguing with little kids on YouTube. It's just sad in general, guys. But basically, that is my Savage rant, guys. I have nothing really else to say. I mean, I could say a lot more, but I think that I'm just gonna stop here because it's getting to be a very, very long video. I don't want to stop you guys, so anyway, guys, this is the Savage rant. I just had to go on the rant about that because there are so many things that I had to bring up to light that many of you guys don't really realize about Savage. And all you people on Reddit, I'm sure you guys are going to love this video. So, you know, shout out to you guys, dude. Shout out to my community. Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be getting a lot of hate off of this video from a bunch of Savage diehard fans. So leaving a like, guys, would mean a lot. If you guys could leave a like on this video, that would mean like the world to me. For all these people that are like diehard Savage fans, dude, just leave the dislike right now and just unsubscribe from my channel because these are my thoughts on Savage. And if you're going to continue subscribe to a fool like this kid, continue with your ignorant lives. But anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please, I just want to see all the comments, dude. What do you guys think about this rant in the comments, man? And hopefully I don't have to do anything else like this. I know that Savage is going to try to fight back or anything, but I think he really can't. There's nothing he can say about me that would really take me down, dude. He knows that he's already lost. He's quit the PF community. He knows that I've already taken over that shit. He's gone, dude. He's absolutely gone. Just, yeah, guys. All right, well, I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Peace. Oh yeah, guys, and huge shout out to Siren Burst. He actually was the one who actually gave me permission to use the footage in the background. All that footage of him going like 74-0, freaking huge ass streaks was him. So in the description below, I want you guys to go to his channel and just leave him a little subscribe. So okay, yeah. Celeste equals asks, you're single and I'm single, so when are you gonna cuff me? So this morning I was using my lotion.